What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the late evening. So, if you've been watching my channel and been rummaging through the 40 plus videos we've already done in such a short period of time, you'll see a video where I exclusively give a lot of props to this Ganymede clone, which is Paris Corner's Amir Celestial. Now, this is a bomb fragrance that if you don't have it, you need to have it because it has a scent profile that you will not 99% of the time have in your fragrance collection. But at the time that I did the review of this video, because you guys got to understand, I record like 3 to 5 videos a day and they kind of just stack up on an archive and get scheduled to be released. So I kind of live in the future in that I'm always about, you know, 10 to 20 episodes ahead of what you guys see in terms of content creation. And I like to be that far ahead so that I can guarantee that every day you guys get a quality video and a quality short on YouTube Shorts. But anyways, I did this review on Ganymede of Celestial, and at the time I ordered both of these. I ordered the original Ganymede and I ordered Celestial at the same time because I heard a lot of good stuff about the clone, but I needed to confirm for myself whether or not it beat the clone or got close to the clone. Now, as soon as I got this fragrance, I fell in love with it, so I did a review of it. However, Ganymede hadn't came in the mail yet. So Ganymede came in the mail the following day, but because I was just in a certain season of life recording certain videos and stuff, I never got around to actually confirming for you guys just how close the DNAs were. If you remember, we looked at the two profiles, the two scent profiles, and based on a lot of research, I was kind of able to walk with you guys in terms of the star notes of the original and this one, and say speculatively that this is probably extremely close to the Ganymede DNA. Now that I actually have time and I've been sitting with the original for quite some time now, I want to confirm that for you guys in a very brief video. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, give me about 5 minutes of your time, and let's get you guys some new fragrance gems. Be right back. All right, so guys, we are moving up the ladder. We are sitting, just to remind you guys, at around 30 subscribers, getting close to about 10,000 viewership, and things are popping off. People are having conversations about fragrance. People are interacting with me. It's been a great time. And I'm only not even a quarter to halfway through my collection, so I've got a lot of videos that I've just been passionate about cranking out, got a lot of new fragrance hauls coming in, etc. But this is going to be a very short, brief video for you guys. We're not going to peak 10 minutes, I promise. But I just wanted to get this video out there. I've been meaning to record it, but again, because I got Ganymede a day later than the day I recorded this video, I just was so happy in the clone. I just got lost in translation with all my other fragrances and forgot to actually confirm for you guys the closeness of Paris Corner Amir Celestial, about $25 fragrance, 100 ml, which is cloning Ganymede. So what we're just going to really quickly do, I'm not going to apply this to skin, but I am going to put it on test strips. It's late tonight. Just assume that with skin, it warms up. Okay, so I've got it, both Ganymede and Celestial on test strips. Real quickly, I'm going to switch screens and just tell you guys what to expect. So with the DNA profile of Ganymede, the star of the show is really the mineral notes, the suede, the saffron, the violet leaf, essentially the mineral suede floral component. The orange, Akagala wood and saffron are way more supporting actors and actresses in the back. Maybe like 5 to 10% of that really comes through in the fragrance. The most forward part about this fragrance is this mineral suede floral. I would say about a 50-40 distribution, 50% being mineral suede, 40% being floral, and 10% kind of this backbone freshness that just kind of puts air through this fragrance. So just off the top, seeing mineral, suede, floral, you know right off the bat that that's a completely different profile than what you guys are used to seeing. Um, this fragrance is so, I don't want to say light, but it's so crisp that um, it can be fresh. I don't know how casual it can be, but it can be kind of dressed up casual. It can be formal. It can be business. It could be suit and tie. It could be funeral. It could be, I mean, date night if you want to be mysterious, because a fragrance like this lacks romance. It lacks, things like amber and spice and vanilla, and it lacks it's sweet in the floral realm, not sweet in the gourmand realm or sweet in the fruit realm. Those are different levels and types of sweetness. It is sweet, but it's way more weighted heavy on mineral suede and light touch of white floral sweetness than it is sugary sweet or spicy sweet or amber sweet, etc. But I do think that this fragrance is so multi-occasion, it's not even funny. Even though it is a unique profile, it's highly addicting. And just to summarize it in a nutshell, and then we're going to go ahead and smell these test strips. Picture Tom Ford's Oud Wood, right? That very mineralic fragrance. Tom Ford's Oud Wood had a baby with Tom Ford's Effing Fabulous. The keynote, I believe, in Effing Fabulous is leather. Let me see. Let me see what aspect of Effing Fabulous it's taking. The leather, yes. So the way that the chemistry reacts to the leather on Effing Fabulous, that's the most distinct part about that fragrance. Whether you love it or hate it, it's a DNA that's just very unique because of the way leather is treated in that fragrance. It's got this lavender and clary sage brushed across the leather, giving it just such a more like airplane, upscale, mineralic brush to the leather. It's not anything near leather wallet, leather boots, etc., whatever. But again, to picture what the DNA profile is of Ganymede, if you've never smelled it, that is what it is. It's mineral, suede instead of leather, so it's just a touch. It's almost like suede is leather's white cousin. So it's got this kind of seeded leather feel, but it feels more airy and crisp than leather. It's almost zero animalic to it, but it still captures like a sense of manliness, a sense of earthiness. But anyways, so it's suede, it's mineral, and it's floral. That's in a nutshell what these fragrances are. And I felt that Paris Corner did a phenomenal job of that with Celestial. And they even gave it a whole different kind of look and feel to the actual bottle. This is a beautiful bottle. Not only does it not look like anything in your collection, but it doesn't smell like anything in your collection. Now, let's take a look at these two. So here we have Celestial, here we have Ganymede, and now we're going to actually put nose to it, not just look at the scent profiles, and confirm for you guys just how close this is to the original DNA. So I'm not going to do like a note breakdown. I'm just going to say that what I get in this is like a 50-40 spread, like 50% suede mineral, 40% floral, slightly sweet, just the tiniest like 5% sweetness, so that it's not so earthy. The floral really takes the earthiness of mineral suede and pulls it back into being personable with that sweet aspect of the floral, where you're like, oh, it's not just a weirdo out there fragrance like Encre Noir or something. It actually, back to florals, it's just florals with a earthy touch. And then it's got some other stuff going on, but the predominant notes here remain suede, suede mineral floral. Now the original. I'm going to spray it again. Again, we're not going over projection, longevity, and all that stuff, guys, because we already did that in terms of covering Celestial. I'll do a separate review for Ganymede maybe at a later date. So this is the only difference between the two. So Celestial, I feel, is the better fragrance overall, even though there's a slight quality difference. So this is the only thing you need to know. Again, both of these are predominantly suede fragrances, or suede mineral fragrances wrapped in slightly sweet white florals. That's the profile, right? The difference is Celestial leans into, after it sets on skin, and I know this because I've worn both of these fragrances now on skin quite a bit. Once the warmth of skin touches these fragrances, Celestial leans more towards the sweet floral. Like it's almost like reverse roles. Like it starts 60% mineral suede and then 40% floral, and then it changes. When it gets on skin, it now feels slightly floral forward, 50-40. It's really close. It's almost 50-50, but it feels floral sweet forward with a really strong backbone of suede and mineral. So it kind of presses into that sweetness a little bit more, which I think kind of just girths this, that was a terrible word to use, just beefs up this fragrance to, I feel like the projection and longevity is just slightly stronger with Celestial. What you need to know about Ganymede is Ganymede, I feel, leans into the mineral suede component more, and they never really reverse roles. From the moment you smell Ganymede in the air, again, it's so close. These two in the opening are so close, but once it sets on skin, this Ganymede, I feel, really holds into a predominance of suede and mineral. The floral's still there, but it's kind of 60-40 now on Ganymede, where its predominance is in the mineralic, suede, leathery vibe. And then just in the background, maybe 20-30%, it gets floral. Okay? So this is a more earthier fragrance, but closeness is dang near 1-to-1, guys. Like, Celestial to me is 95% Ganymede. And the 5% where it differs, I think, makes Celestial a better fragrance, because it's not a matter of what do you prefer, leaning into the florals or leaning into the mineral suede, because they both are so close in percentile that they don't smell like different fragrances. You really have to get close to these. I just feel like leaning into the florals slightly more than the mineral suede is contributing to the longevity and projection of this fragrance. So people catch the sillage way more for way longer on Celestial than Ganymede. You can make Ganymede beast mode if you wanted, but I'm saying if you gave these equal sprays, this will have more projection and sillage, the Celestial, over the Ganymede. But 95% closeness upon comparison, which is a great thing. If you can get north of 90% in the fragrance category, you are thrilled. It's a fragrance you want to brag about. In fact, if I gave this to somebody and they rocked the whole bottle and then later on in life smelled Ganymede blindly, they would think they were smelling this the whole time. So that's good news. The fact that you can get a $30 fragrance that clones $200 to $300 of worth of DNA, that is incredible. And you guys should be running to your nearest fragrance buyer, whoever's selling this, to get this beautiful bottle and beautiful DNA in your collection. Again, if you want more of a note breakdown, even though I felt like I went pretty well into it, it's a 15-minute video here. Certainly check out my actual video on Celestial. and I cover some more detail. And later on, stay tuned for a strictly Ganymede review, because even though it's that review won't really help you guys because you already have everything you need with this video and the Celestial video. For SEO reasons and searchability, if somebody starts with Ganymede first and hasn't even heard of Celestial, they need to be able to search that kind of video on my channel. So I'm going to give a private separate review of Ganymede individually without even talking about Celestial at a later date. So if you're interested in just hearing me ramble as usual, stop by. But I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments. Anyone who's put something in my comment has been responded to in less than 5 hours. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about these topics that I go over, and I'm happy to jump into the comments and be just as much a part of the community as I am a content creator. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you so much for joining me. You have been rocking in the scent bubble now for about a month, and I appreciate every bit of it. And let's continue to grow our subscriber count, because it's not about followers and subscribers, it's about community. So let's grow that community. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night.